News Geelong, brought to you by Music Workshop. Welcome back to News Geelong, down here off the Fisherman's Beach at Torquay. Wonderful weather. Come on down over the summer period. We're going to turn our attention to the world of sport, and the Geelong Cricket Association Division 1 was a one-day game on Saturday due to the fact that the first day was washed out by rain. We travel up to the Russell's and Paddy Oval, St Joseph's playing Grovedale, a must-win for both sides. And we caught up with Brad Stacey, the coach of the Geelong Cricket Association Country Week side, to participate in Melbourne in 2015. How does the Country Week selection look at this stage? We had an initial squad being picked and, of course, availability a big question.
Yeah, that's always the key. We've narrowed the squad down the other night to about 22 guys. I think there's about 11 guys that are at this stage committed for the week, which I'm trying to get back to that and get 14. We picked 14. I think last year when Peter Quick did it, I know the headaches he had now with guys committing for a couple of days here and there, but we're trying to get back to the guys who want to play the full week. And just for team harmony and the spirit of the guys, and it's a good week away. So we've narrowed it down to 22. I think we're right in the bowling stocks. Just need a few commitments from the middle order batsmen, like Jake Thorne and Glenn Tallarico and these sort of guys. And if we can get them all, it'd be a fantastic side.
You mentioned those two players have had magnificent seasons with the bat, but what sort of balance do you look for in a Country Week side playing in Melbourne over 5 days?
Well, you need a couple of strike bowlers, and you always need a couple of backup bowlers as well, because it's a tough week. But the all-rounders, like guys like Brad Hornstein, are priceless. They can do both. They can bat up the top, they can bowl, and he's always got wickets when he goes away. And then a couple of spinners, whether they're part-time guys who can bat, or Zach Thorne's just put his hand up and got 7 for last game, so we're going to have a good look at him.
Brad, Country Week cricket in Melbourne's always very competitive, regions from all over Victoria, and as you say, it's pressure on from day one, and of course the facilities that they get to play on is absolutely magnificent.
It is. Last year we got Footscray and University, so if you get the district grounds, you're doing well. And we played at Sunshine and we had Sunshine and Camberwell, Caulfield Park, which were good grounds. The wickets are always good, and I don't know why, but Geelong always seem to get the rough end of the stick of the draw too. We always seem to play the better side, which is good for the guys to compete. And the first thing you want to do is win a game and make sure you don't get relegated, but then once you get a string a couple together, you're looking at the big prize at the end of the day.
And of course Geelong are always a tall poppy to nice see well and truly you beat if the Country Week sides are at their game.
We are now, with winning 3 of the last 4. Mornington were probably the favourites last year, and runs on the board sort of did the job for us there, and the guys appreciated playing at the MCG too.
And Brad, getting around the local scene on a regular basis throughout each week, how are you finding the Geelong Cricket Association Div 1 scene? We seem to be well balanced and some good younger players coming through.
Yeah, there is. And what we try and do, we pick that squad of 42 guys, and we picked a couple of Division 3, Division 2 guys to recognise how they're going. And it's basically to push them along and try and get them to come up and test themselves in Division 1 and play, against all the good cricketers.
And we see in the local scene, East Belmont sitting on top of the ladder unbeaten. You've got North Geelong. Geelong City have been certainly a surprise package this year with their consistent form, sitting in second place. Yeah,
I went and watched City the other week, and they've probably got the best balanced bowling lineup going around with Worthington and Kent Agg, Marsland and Randall. So, they're pretty balanced in the bowling department, and obviously they've got Oliver that I watched him make a quick 80, so he goes all right.
And the conditions that we expect our players to be playing up in Melbourne?
Hopefully good. The draw for the grounds and the fixture hasn't come out. The week has, but always early February you're going to get some good weather, hopefully, and get on some nice wickets up there.
Your experience at Country Week, now taking over the mantle as coach, how important is that directional role?
It is. It's as I said, I'm trying to get the guys to gel and just be one unit again. And it's not coaching because they can all play. It's just about finding the right balance and just structuring them up and having the right team on the ground each day.
Thank you, Brad, and we'll keep you posted on developments with the Geelong Cricket Association Country Week side coming into February of 2015. Now a look at the world of bowls in the Geelong Bowls region. The match of the day in the Saturday pennant competition was between Torquay, top place, taking on Heighton Gold, third placed on the ladder. It was a seesawing game, as we report, interviewing James Banks after a cliffhanger of a finish. The wind coming off Fisherman's Beach, blowing across the wonderful greens at Torquay Bowls Club. As today they've won by 2 shots over Heighton in a very closely fought game. Maintaining unbeaten, run on top of the ladder. James Banks joins us, winning skipper in a breathtaking last end.
Oh yeah, we thankfully I didn't have to do too much. The first 3 on the last end put all their bowls within sort of like a yard, and I just had to kill my 2 pills pretty much, make sure they didn't ruin anything.
James, you're a young man enjoying a great game of bowls and obviously enjoying skipping. You've got a mat in Division 1.
Yeah, this is my 3rd season with a mat and really enjoying the job. When I've got the 3 leading up to me that I do, it's a pretty easy job really. Andy Prosser in lead was particularly good, I thought. So yeah.
And one particular highlight today for father and son was your father, Gary Banks, for the first time in pennant competition, was bowling to you as number 3, you skipping. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Generally we try and avoid each other. We sort of get on each other's nerves a little bit, but he played his bowl really well today and was good to bowl with him, get a win.
And particularly on that last end, nice and tight. There was only one shot in it, could go either way. How was the pressure on the mat? How were you feeling, even though you may not have been on the mat yourself, behind your players?
The pressure isn't that bad. We've been in a couple of spots this year already where we've been nip-tuck on the final end, and I think it's something you sort of get used to and you can sort of train to get ready for. It wasn't as bad on the mat for us as it was the Heighton boys. They had some really difficult shots to play that last end and probably deserved a bit more but couldn't get over the line.
That's been a sign of the strength of Torquay, unbeaten at the top of the ladder. The fact you've been down at break many a time and you've come back hard to take out the points. One rink today was down 17-7 and yet came back and I think only went down by 1 shot, in another case won. So good signs for the top club.
Oh yeah, Darryl's rink was down by 10 early on, and it was really for him to get up and win his rink was what won us the game. The other 3 rinks were fairly static over the course of the day, but Darryl's what really got us over the line as a team. So that was a fantastic effort by those boys.
And a top green, Billy prepares them very well down here at Torquay, and they're running beautifully.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice when you can put a bowl down on a line and know where it's going to finish. Occasionally that doesn't happen for grass greens, but they were absolutely beautiful today.
And a good test with 1 round remaining before the Christmas break. Heighton sitting in 3rd position, Torquay out on top. So it's a good test going into the Christmas New Year break. Absolutely.
We know these guys are going to be roundabout when March comes, and so it was really good to get the 2 wins in the regular season against them. And now it's time to sort of focus on some of the other teams in the 4, try and keep the winning streak alive and stop giving up early leads.
Well, the next game won't be too easy, even at home. RSL at home, always difficult at home on the synthetic. How do you think you'll go?
It's always going to be a tough game. RSL's got the wood over us at home the last couple of years. I think they've beaten us both last 2 years at home. So really good to try and work on the skills on plastic and go from there.
All the very best, James, and congratulations, one of the outstanding younger brigade of Division 1 skippers in the Geelong Bowls region. A Torquay win over over Heighton Gold today. Well bowled.
Thank you very much.
Torquay still on top, undefeated. We'll watch and see when they take on RSL tomorrow down at the RSL Greens in Bowen Heads Road in Geelong. Now look at the weather for around Geelong and the Surf Coast. Looking ahead to the week before Christmas. And tomorrow, Saturday, we're looking at a partly cloudy day with a top temperature of 25 degrees. On Sunday, continues with the partly cloudy conditions, moving up a notch, a top of 27 expected. On Monday, some light cloud about with some early morning drizzle expected. We're going to reach a top of 29, so a bit muggy on Monday. On Tuesday, it's going to be a mostly sunny day with a lovely temperature of 25 degrees. Now on Christmas Eve on Wednesday, continues with the sunshine all day and a top of 25. And then the magic of Christmas Day for 2014. We're going to see sunny conditions prevailing on Christmas Day with a top expected about 26. So for those inside, those outside, it should be a great day for Christmas Day in 2014. Today, well, we saw a shower or 2 throughout the day. It was partly cloudy early in the piece. Some showers this afternoon. We reached a top temperature of 20 degrees at around about 1:30 this afternoon as we lead into some expectant good weather over the coming days. Thanks for being with us on News Geelong this evening. Hope you enjoyed the program. A lot to talk about, a lot to think about, promoting positives from our great city of Geelong. Christmas coming up. To all of our News Geelong listeners, to all of you, your families and loved ones, may you have a very safe and joyous Christmas. On behalf of News Geelong, thanks for being with us, and remember, take your time and smell the flowers. News Geelong brought to you by Music Workshop.